this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about color modes, and RGB is going to be the focus of this video, and we're going to get into some of the other color modes in a different video. So start off and say create new, and then go up to web and choose web most common. Then over here on the right where your preset details are, just type your name, and then you can do RGB. And leave the background white. We are going to change it, but I want you to start off with white. And you'll see that the resolution is 72 because all web documents are 72 pixels per inch, and you can see that the color mode is RGB, and that's what we're going to be going over in this video. So press create, and then you can do Control plus to zoom in. Alright, so I'm going to be working with this character panel, and I might be making some of the edits and properties as well. They both will be displaying the same thing when I click on the text tool. But the first thing I want you to do is change the background on your artboard. So to do that, you need to go up to Layer and go New Fill Layer and press Solid. New Fill Layer, Solid Color. Click on that, and you can just say OK. You don't really need to name it. So you can see here it lets you make the background any color you put it on, but what we're going to be focusing on is how to make RGB colors. So I want you to make the background black, and to make the background black in RGB you need to enter 0 into the red, 0 green, and 0 blue. So to make black, RGB is all zeros. So press OK. Alright, now we're going to type some different colored letters using RGB. So get your text tool out, go up here and make your font impact. I have mine at 200, and whatever color you have it on is fine because I'm going to have you change it anyway. So go ahead and just click on your artboard, and it's going to give you that fake text, and just put a capital R there, and then press your check mark. I'm going to get the move tool and just move it down here in the center. Alright, so let's change this to the RGB red. So click over here in this color box in your character panel, or like I said, you can do it in properties. And so I'm going to go ahead and right click that to open the color picker, and let's change it to RGB red. So now when something, let's put it back on 0 so everything was black. To make something red in RGB, you just make this 255. So in RGB, 255 is the maximum you can have of a color. So we want this to be full red, so 255, and leave those on 0 and say OK. Now let's type our G for green. I'm going to click over here, type a capital G, click my check mark. I'm going to get my move tool and move that over a little bit. Alright, and now I want to change this to green. So I'm going to go over here to my properties, or you can do it there, either one. Open up your color picker. This time we're going to make red 0, and we're going to make the green 255. Alright, and now we're going to do B for blue. I'm sure you can tell where we're going with this now. Press check, get the move tool, move it over a little bit. Now let's change the color to blue. Open the color palette up. Make green 0 and make the blue 255. Alright, so that's how you make red, green, blue. Now I'm going to show you how to make white and teach you what the resolution is for a web document. So I'm going to click on my text tool and type the word, resolution : 72. And I'm going to press the check mark, get the move tool, center it over here. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to make this white with RGB. Of course I could click on this and just go like that and make it white, but I really want to show you what the numbers are in white. So to make something white, everything is 255. If you make it black, everything's 0. If you make it white, everything is 255. So if you end up choosing a color over here, change everything to 255, 255, 255, and say OK. Alright, so I want to show you one other thing. If you go up to image, image mode, you can see that we're in RGB color because that's what a web and digital document is. We'll be going over what some of the other modes are later, but this web document is RGB. And then I also want to show you under the image menu, you can go to image, image size. If you click on that, it tells you what size your document is, and you can see resolution 72. So a web document needs to be 72 and it needs to be RGB. Alright, so that's all you need to do on this one. I will have you type your name. You can make it small, not big, and 200 point type. Press the check mark. I'm going to go over here and just make my name to be like, we'll make it 30 points. Can be small, get the move tool. And then just save this as a JPEG. No, normally you save a PSD, but we don't need to keep a layered file for this. So just go File, Save As, and then go over here and pick JPEG. You'll already have, if you named your file before you started this, like I did, you'll already have the name up there. So if you didn't do that at the beginning, go ahead and change it now to your name -RGB, but it should already be there if you did exactly what I did. And then press Save. You can leave this on anything you want. I think 6 is fine for this. Say OK. And now you can close this out. It's going to ask you if you want to save it because we didn't save a Photoshop file of it. We do not need this one though. So you can say, as long as you saved a JPEG first, then you can click Don't Save Now.